Huddersfield Giants 12, Hull KR 24 in a game where, let's be fair, that scoreline flatters the home side. A great try, though, from Kevin Nagama. I really did enjoy that. Beautiful line from Nagama. Brilliant play from Essen Masters. It's as good as it got. And, of course, a usual try from Adam Swift. But if there's ever a team that is Forrest Gump, it's Huddersfield Giants. You never know what you're going to get out of this box of chocolates. It was another really, really poor performance from the Giants at home. Deary me, I mean, what is there to say? It's just like, it's bonkers. You never know which team's going to turn up. KR, for me personally, didn't even have to get out of third gear, fourth gear to win this. And it was a real assured and simple win. From the moment Burgess goes in, writing's on the wall. Really poor performance this from the home side. At no point did I feel they ever had a foothold in the game. At no point did I think they were going to win the game. I mean, you Cowbell Army fans out there, you've got to be so disappointed with what your team served up on Saturday afternoon. It was just simply not good enough. Don't get me wrong, I don't think KR was special. They weren't, 39 missed tackles for KR. I mean, against 32 Huddersfield Giants, that tells you a little bit of a story, weren't they? KR were out of this world. Yes, they got more run meters, 1,843, played 1,787. So that, you'd expect that, but completed sets, 36-30. So some of the key statistics went the way of Hull KR, but it wasn't a Rolls Royce performance from KR. Like I said, I don't really think they had to turn on too much style in order to win this game. What's your thoughts on that? That's just my humble opinion. And where this game was won and lost, actually, was before the game even kicked off. It was the decision to put Nye Levels at fullback and Peter Hiku in at the centre. That, for me, is their natural positions. That's where they play their best rugby league. And rightly so, for me, that is where, the real damage was made in this game in terms of the actual performance. It was a great win. Again, I've got to question the Sky Sports man of the match, Tyrone May. Did anybody see that? I didn't see that. I thought Tyrone had a decent game, but he's not in my top three. I mean, let's look at May. 10 carries, 47 metres from him. He had 10 attacking kicks in this game, 7 kicks in general play. Decent, don't get me wrong. He didn't set up any tries, 21 tackles in defence. He was all right. He was an assured stand-up performance, but it wasn't a man of the match performance. Never in a million years. I thought Swift again for the Giants. Just a couple of quick shout-outs for Huddersfield Giants players. I thought Swift again. We know when he was signed from Hull FC in the winter months, we said this was a real quality signing for Huddersfield, and he is not letting anybody down. Every week he turns up. He's running from deep, outstanding. 18 carries, 147 metres in this one. 12 tackle busts from Swifty in this. The Cowbell Army, you've clearly got a new little superstar there on the wing. Adam Swift, great pro, great career, and does it again. And again, deserving of his try. I was pleased that he went in and got his try. He deserves his try. But for me, it was pretty much him, really, wasn't it? Masters, again, 210 metres from him from 21 carries, 8 tackle busts. Masters in great form. And like I say, the Nagama run, I mean, Kevin Nagama, it didn't match up to Essen Masters in terms of the whole game, but you've got to give Nagama loads of credit. I mean, I think they said on Sky he run 40 metres before he got it. Probably a bit exaggerated, but that was about commitment. That was about, right, I'm going to go on this line. I can see what Essen's doing. He's coming across. I'm going to go for one of those holes. And he put on the afterburners. And once the pass was delivered, there was going to be no stopping Kevin Nagama. In he goes for what, for me personally, was one of the better tries in this game, without doubt. But yeah, the Robins, like I say, they'll be so happy to finally get this one over the line. It's been a difficult couple of weeks, hasn't it, for the Robins? Let's not forget, losing to the Warrington Wolves really hurt them. Of course, 2 defeats on the bounce. It was Salford the week before that. So to get back to winning ways, I think was really important for Willie Peters. And of course, next up for them is the Black and White Hull FC, where you, again, based on what happened this weekend at the MKM with Lee, you'd expect Hull KR to fancy going to host Hull FC and to win that. Then it's the London Broncos. So, next 2 fixtures for KR, they won't be too concerned, will they? They shouldn't be too concerned. I think they'll be quite fancying that. As for Huddersfield Giants, next up for them is the Broncos away, and then it's also Hull FC. So again, 2 big games on the horizon now for Huddersfield Giants. They desperately need, don't they, to win those next 2 just to cement themselves as playoff hopefuls. And I'll say hopefuls because yet again they flatter to deceive. It really is head scratching How can they be so good one week and poor the next? I think what this does do is it cements the fact how poor at the moment Castleford Tigers are. For them to have put such a big number on, did they believe their own hype? Did they believe, oh, they are, lads, we've cracked it, we're in the box seat now, let's go, let's get in front of our home fans and let's turn over KR on a 2-game winning streak? I don't know. Is it a mentality issue? I really don't know. One thing's for certain, though, the Cowbell Army, the questions that they're asking, lots of things on social media, trust the process, lots of question marks now being asked over Ian Watson. How secure is his future? Big questions to be asked there. But like I say, from Willie Peters' perspective, he'll be delighted. He's back on the winning side this week. Tough draw for them in the Challenge Cup next week, but a good 2 fixtures back to back coming up where they should, for me, get maximum point. And again, in a couple of weeks' time, they should be in a really strong position in those playoffs, cementing their position in the playoffs as we go into the second third of the season. It's incredible, isn't it, how quick this season's going? But some really nice play in this one. I thought Hiku, far better in the centres, lot better in the centres. He took his first try really well. His second one, bit fortuitous, but a brilliant decision from Willie Peters. We saw him experiment with this against Warrington, of course, if you remember. And I think Evans looked a lot more assured at full-back, and he was our man of the match. That's who we're giving our 3 points to. Again, I do not understand how Tyrone May gets a man of the match performance when Niall Evans set 3 of the tries up on the day for Hull KR. He did 139 yards for 14 carries. He had a brilliant game. Not a single error as a fullback in this match. And again, normally you get 1, maybe 2 errors from fullbacks during games. Not a single error from Niall Evans. I mean, again, it's just too easy, isn't it? To pick out the superstars when a player like Evans, who turns up every week, puts in a proper shift, just gets overlooked. He shouldn't be overlooked. 3 points, 9 levels, outstanding performance. Congratulations, sir. I think you're in your natural position, and I'd expect him to stay there. The 2 points, who am I giving them to? Well, I'm going to give them to Peter Hiku, or Petter Hiku, whichever way you want to say it. Probably we'll do it officially. Petter Hiku, 2 points, far better in the centres. Look far more assured. That's where his skill sets are. He's got a beautiful offload on his right-hand side. We know that he's good in the air. That, for me, is where you can get the best out of Petter Hiku. That's where he needs to remain. I'm sure Willie Peters now is going to leave him there. What about Tom Opachik? I mean, I don't believe he was injured, so that's a real interesting one. Opachik, who was brilliant for KR last year, where does this leave him? Because, there's now him, Gildart, and Hiku fighting it out for 2 central centre spots. And at the moment, it looks like he's really backing Petter Hiku. So, yeah, what does that mean? And 1 point goes to Mr. Ryan Hall. Yet another try from Ryan. That's not why he's getting it. Brilliant work coming out of backfield. 156 metres from 18 carries, 11 tackles. He's almost like a forward, isn't he? That plays on the wing. It's incredible what Ryan Hall continues to deliver. So there's our 3-2-1. Do you agree with it? Niall Levels gets the 3, 2 for Petter Hiku, 1 for Ryan Hall. As for Huddersfield Giants, well, their players were a million miles away from the top 3. That's probably a bit harsh, I would say, maybe on Essen Masters. But I have to say, they really do need to start to look at themselves. Something's just not right. I mean, we've been waiting time and time again for Huddersfield to produce. Every time it appears that they're going to produce, they take a step, it's 1 step forward, 2 step back all the time. You Cowbell Army fans out there, unbelievable. If the boys are with us tonight on Final Whistle, I have to say I'm really interested to see what our Huddersfield Giants fans are going to say off the back of this. Really poor. But hey, there you go. Another in the sheds is in the bag. Massive congratulations goes to Willie Peters. He's back in the winner's circle. Again, a scoreline that flatters Huddersfield, it has to be said. Huddersfield Giants 12, Hull KR 24. We'll see you.